So what I would do here, typically you're going to start off at like your scaling is going to be 100 and then 1080 by 1920 or something along those lines.
Okay.
So if you're doing just zoom in reframe on the video itself, it's going to go something like this. Let's say it's 178. We go by increments of like 10 to 20 in terms of zooming in maximum. We don't want it to be too fast of a zoom in. Let's say I want it to go into about 190 because we're currently at 178 scale because
Okay.
I increase it from horizontal framing. So now let's go ahead and look at how it looks like before and after I applied the zoom effect. So this is just a slow zoom. This is
Number
before.
2, if you can't take the meeting on your phone when you're walking outside, then
And now this is how it looks with the zoom effect.
Number 2, if you can't take the meeting on your phone when you're
Oh no, it didn't even apply. One second.
Yeah, no, they will apply. Yeah. Okay.
There you go. So this is how it would look.
Number 2, if you can't take the meeting on your phone when you're walking outside, then
It's very subtle.
Yeah.
When it snaps back, we see the difference.
Yeah, we see a little bit of difference.
But of course, if you want it to be more drastic, you increase it to whatever you like. Let's say if I want it to be a bigger zoom in, you know, or a longer, so on and so forth, you adjust those parameters so that you have scale and position. Another thing that you want to keep in mind is to track the eye line of your subject.
Yep.
So you want it to be relatively consistent. Some people either they track the eye line, they'll place like a line across the screen and they'll track it like that. Or alternatively, you could do what we do and we just look at the top of the head and we enable the safe margins in our editing software. So to enable the safe margins, so you could see like your framing borders and be consistent and keeping everything in the center, you're going to head over to this little plus sign, the button editor, and then you're going to add your safe margins right here. You just drag it down here. So
that's how you guys make it like the frame.
To keep everything basically consistently in center.
So the question is, the frame is the same for the vertical for the Instagram, no?
Yes.
Is it the same size?
Yeah, it's 9:16, right? The aspect ratio for Instagram and the same thing for YouTube Shorts and TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But also another thing that you want to ensure that you have set up is that depending on what type of footage that you're editing, you want to head over to sequence at the top here, go to sequence settings, and then ensure that you have the frame size inverted because 16:9 would be 1920 by 1080. But for Reels, it's 9:16, so it's not 16:9. It would be 1080 by 1920. So it's whatever a horizontal frame would be, just inversed. It's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So here, because we shot in 4K, or the footage is in 4K, we have it at 2160 by 3840 instead of 3840 by 2160.
And that's a good point as well, is that when you have a 4K footage, it's in 4K.
Yes.
But only when you're doing the export, that's when you do the 1080 by 1920.
Okay, perfect. So I can edit it in like 4K, doesn't matter.
As high a resolution as the footage you can get. But what you want to keep in mind is that when you're exporting, it should be in 1080 by 1920 because Instagram doesn't support the higher resolutions.
Okay, I got you.
So we try to avoid that generally. And now getting back to this, like I was saying, you could either apply these animations or keyframes more so on the video file itself. So this is perfectly fine, but you're not going to get snappy animations out of this. One of the nice things about this is that everything is contained on the video. But now let's say I want to do a quick zoom in. So that would be by a scale of 20. Now I'm taking my video from 178 to 210 scale, and I have to do that really quickly. You'll see that when I keyframe it,
Number 2,
it looks like that, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that type of transition. It looks fine.
Number 2,
that zoom in looks nice. But the only thing I would do for that is to lower the vertical axis of it. So I would bring this down a little bit so I could actually adjust the eye line, right? Like I was mentioning. So I would make sure that his head is basically not past this first line.
The line.
But the more you zoom in, the more it's okay. Like you adjust it to here, and then maximum, just always ensure that your subject's head is not being cut off.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's why if you download also our Reels, a free Reels editing guide, what I also included in there is a Instagram guidelines PNG file
Mhm.
that you could even just add as an overlay just to make sure that nothing is kind of being cut off from like, because at the top you really
Yeah.
like the Reels, you see a little bit of buttons, and after that on the side you see the like and all that, and then at the bottom you see the captions and stuff. So
Yeah.
make sure it's all aligned.
And so as I was saying is that basically you adjust the eyeline, you adjust the zoom, so on and so forth, and you want to make sure that it's snappy.